Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and welcome to Banjo-Kazooie Plains. Now, this is a texture hack for Spyro 2 using, well, if you have a look, you may notice, maybe, if you're a big enough fan, you will notice textures from Banjo-Kazooie. Now, I thought that it would be a cool idea to combine, N64 with PS1 pretty much. That was sort of the aim. And
Sorry, Spyro.
I've decided to do it with Banjo-Kazooie, which is what many people sort of consider to be the N64 equivalent of Spyro. I mean, Crash Bandicoot is not as much like Banjo-Kazooie. Spyro and Banjo are sort of very similar, just in sort of their more open world, platforming style for the time. Now, I've, taken textures from at least 3 levels, one being Spiral Mountain. You'll see how I sort of broke these textures, see how I sort of made it look weird, like you can sort of break through. Not as good as the original, but kind of cool. But yeah, you'll see that I'm going to point out one thing, and I don't mean to point it out in a way that seems to disparage the N64, but I have to say it, just that one thing that you may notice, I missed that one, that was stupid. One thing you may notice is the textures in this level, there are 16 colors per texture. The N64, for some reason, I think due to space and stuff like that, and just the way the polygons worked and color-wise, there's 16 colors per texture. Now, obviously, lighting and stuff like that would offset that. The N64 looks very smooth at times, but nowhere near as nuanced, I would say, as the PlayStation 1. So what you're getting here are these very basic looking textures, or at least color-wise. What that does help with, however, is draw distance, because if you have a look here, right, notice that in Spyro, right, the draw distance textures, the ones that are far away, the low res ones, they're 16 colors. Now these ones as well, the high res ones from Banjo-Kazooie, they are 16 colors. So what do you get? When you walk close, it's very, very seamless. So it's actually a positive thing. So if we were to use N64 textures, they'd look weirder, they'd look less detailed, but overall, it would actually look better in terms of long distance textures. So
sorry, Spyro, this door is stuck, and it's...
Yeah, so with Spyro, if you have a look at the textures, you open it up in Fireworks or whatever, you see how many colors. Sometimes you will see up to 200 or more colors in each texture. That's one of the great things about Spyro, is that graphically it was so strong. It is strong, especially for its time. One of the best of all time. Now, I don't have enough money to afford this. I thought with Banjo-Kazooie, it's a very colourful game, very bright, and Spyro is too, but it's like in a slightly different way. It's in a more subtle way. I don't know how to describe it quite, but any additional colours and stuff like that make it, I think a little bit better. Now, we took textures from Spiral Mountain. What's that other one called? TikTok Manor, I think it is, or whatever I think it is called. The woods, like the woods level. Was it Mad Monster Mansion, I think it's called, and a few other sort of miscellaneous textures here and there. I quite like it personally. And then the Skybox is the original Skybox from Autumn Plains, but sort of in a more, how would you say it? Sort of, I don't know, like just more. Just sort of more rich, more bright, I guess, for lack of a better word. More bright, more colourful and stuff like that. Now, as well as that, if you look at the trees here, you'll notice the trees have been sort of touched. I think they're from TikTok Manor or whatever it's called. And I decided to make them, again, see another example, just make them a completely different color. Instead of green, sort of in between blue, green, sort of, almost, teal-ish, Port Power colors. I got the power to win, power to rule, come on, Port Adelaide aggression. We have the power from Port. It's more than a sport, it's the true Port Adelaide tradition. There you go. if I can shoehorn a Port Adelaide Football Club reference in there, I will, and I did. And you see here I've merged 2 textures down the bottom. I'm gonna look at that like that, just to make it look good, just to make it look a bit more detailed and stuff like that. And there's plenty of different customizations to a lot of these textures here, which are sort of in a way uncredited, because they sort of look the same, but there are like differences to each one, but it's just sort of quite hard to tell a lot of the time. Yeah, but it's still cool. And look, we got the Ripto one, which kind of suits it. I could have made this all brick, but then I think it would have been too brick based. I sort of like the idea of having it mountain, you know, like a mix of different different textures, terrain, stuff like that. The grass is one sort of glaringly obvious one that kind of looks a bit, kind of looks a little bit like low rent or sort of amateur. Like, there are better grass examples actually, and I might try that out myself, maybe in the world view or something like that, see what it looks like. In general though, it looks a lot better in the world viewer. Everything looks better in the world viewer with just additional clarification and just no draw distance issues and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. I have many texture hacks to come, or a few. I never thought I'd be saying that, but hey, look at that, I've done well. I've got another Banjo-Kazooie texture hack as well in Spyro 3 level, one that you have never seen before, a level I have not texture hacked. I've tried to in the past, but it works. So I would like to try a few more textures as well. I'd like to do maybe another Ape Escape one. I would like to also do a texture hack of this level again for the 3rd time. So we get Night, Banjo, and then I reckon another Ice one. We've got a few people request that in the past, and I think it would definitely suit this level, like, you know, Winter Tundra-esque one. And yeah, I want to get ones like, I want to get textures from like Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter and Ape Escape 2 and 3. That'd be really cool, because I love the textures in those games. And Crash Bandicoot, people have asked about that before as well. It just doesn't quite work. I don't know, it's sort of unfortunate, but yeah, it just doesn't seem to work for the most part. And look at this, oh my god, I'm climbing on something that isn't even there. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and I shall see you in another texture hack. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think. Give it a download. Download link is in the description, of course. And yeah, we will be doing more. We'll be seeing more in the coming weeks / months. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.